Hello, hi there. This is Random News, and today's topic is poor people face demolition. As bulldozers move through the Garib Nagar settlement in Bandra East during a major railway land clearance operation, families said that they were left stranded between court orders, rehabilitation promises, and the looming uncertainty of homelessness. Bulldozers rolled into Bandra's Garib Nagar early Tuesday as railway authorities, civic officials, and Mumbai police personnel carried out one of the largest eviction operations in the area in recent years. The action is part of wider railway land clearance and redevelopment push linked to future infrastructure and commercial projects planned by the Rail Land Development Authority. While officials maintain the drive is aimed at removing unauthorized structures affecting railway safety and infrastructure, residents insist the issue is no longer just about encroachments but about rehabilitations, legitimacy, and survival. As demolition teams continued operations, residents repeatedly pointed to electricity meters, water connections, and official address documents as evidence that authorities had recognized the settlement for years. If this place was illegal, then why were we given electricity connections less than a year ago? Why were we given a water supply and government documents carrying our addresses? Question Banu Abdul Hamid Sheikh 55. Banu and Alia, she also claimed railway authorities had earlier permitted them to reside there and facilitate utility access over time. Many alleged that some households had recently received electricity meters while others were still awaiting promised connections when demolition notices suddenly arrived. This is absolutely wrong. They cannot just wake up after years and take everything with a proper prior notice, said Muhammad Shafi Sheikh 62, adding kids are all over the place and being injured by debris while the elderly have nowhere to sit in this scorching heat. What we will do during the monsoon, he added. Several families said the settlement was once marshland and dumping ground transformed through years of labor by the people now facing eviction. This used to be the jungle, Gobar and Daldal, said another resident, Nazma. We work hard to make it livable. Now that the land has value, they are removing us, Banu Abdul Hamid Sheikh added. For many, Garib Nagar is not a temporary shelter but a place where generations have grown up. I was born here, got married here and had children here. Now suddenly we are being called Bangladeshis, said Alia Sheikh 55, another resident of Garib Nagar. They also accused BJP leader and former MP Kirit Somaya of targeting the locality through repeated visits and making allegations about them being Bangladeshis. That Somaya came here and everything changed for us, said Banu. Beyond the demolition itself, residents say the immediate challenge is finding affordable housing in Mumbai's expensive rental market. We barely earn enough to survive. How can the poor suddenly arrange rupees 1 lakh deposit and rent worth rupees 25,000? Cautioned 34-year-old Farzana Khan. Several families claimed they were informed about the demolition barely a week in advance, leaving a little time to shift belongings or secure accommodation. As evening approached, many said they plan to remain near the demolished structures themselves. We'll sit here only at night. We will tie cloth sheets and stay under them. Where else we can go with our little kids, said Shahnaz Sheikh. Standing amid debris and packed belongings, Naz Parmin Javed Qureshi claimed that her family had once been promised rehabilitations 2 years ago when 62 houses were approved. One of them was in my husband's name. That night he went to sleep at 2 a.m. after hearing the news. When I checked on him at 4 a.m. he had died of a heart attack as he was overwhelmed with happiness that we are finally going to get a house, she revealed. According to Naz Parmin, despite the approval and repeated surveys by civic authorities over the years, the promised house never materialized. Around a family scrambled to salvage utensils, mattresses and documents as demolition teams continued operations in this locality. Authorities have reportedly identified around 140 structures eligible for rehabilitation's protection. However, uncertainty persists even among those residents. Families claim electricity supply has been disconnected in several protected structures as well, creating fears that further demolitions could destabilize the entire locality. Protected against demolition but no electricity. If neighboring houses are demolished, our homes will also get damaged, one resident said, adding, without electricity and basic services, how do we live here? Moreover, there is no guarantee till when we'll get our promised houses. Tension escalated further after residents claimed that a Supreme Court stay order had been issued around noon during the demolition process. According to locals, some residents showed digital copies of the alleged order to officials on site. However, they claim authorities demanded original documents before halting any action. Despite the claims, demolition activity reportedly continued in parts of the locality. Give us another place first, then we will demolish our houses ourselves. Amid the chaos, residents insist they are not resisting redevelopment itself but are demanding clarity and rehabilitation before eviction. Even if you want to demolish our homes, first give us another place, Nazma said. If we get homes, we also will break these houses and leave.